Okay, hello everybody and welcome to question time for the 2024 spring elections. This is our final question time event for the week, and this is an opportunity for you as voters to hear from your candidates in this year's election. This is to help you learn a little bit more about what they all have to say and what they might stand for should they be elected into office. We'll be hosting question times events for all of the different positions. We've hosted these already, and the other videos will be available in the same blog that you're viewing this recording in. This particular candidate question time will be for all students running for the Union Chairperson, Student Trustee and Group President role. I'm the host for today. My name is Ewan Morrison. I'm the Student Voice and Advocacy Manager here at UWTSD SU, and for the purposes of this election, I am the Assistant to the Deputy Returning Officer. The format of the event will be the following for all positions. Candidates for each position will be invited to provide a 3-minute speech, followed by 3 questions, and finishing with a 1-minute closing speech. The order that the candidates will speak was decided earlier, and we will rotate after each section of the event. All confirmed candidates have been invited to attend this hall. Before we begin, I'd like to remind everyone of all the candidates in this election for all of the positions for the session. In Union Chairperson, we have Arpu Kumar and reopen nominations. For Student Trustee, we have Alina Oloru and reopen nominations. For Group President, we have Ayomide Adeshina, Mehran Puzes Azar, Masuma Begum, Gifty Osuwu Birago, Nuria Carvalho, Maria Dinu, Bogdan Dragic, Zahid Hussain, Ramon Leopold, Billy Payne, Jonathan Sander, Sahil Sarma, Sher M. Sattar, and reopen nominations. As I said, all candidates were invited to this event. We will move past the Union Chairperson role and we will move to the Student Trustee role. So a reminder that the candidates in this section is Alina Oloru and reopen nominations. So Alina, I will start off with yourself, and I would like to invite you when you're ready to begin your 3-minute speech for the group. You're on mute, by the way.
Yes.
Over to you.
I think I'm ready now. Hello, everyone. My name is Alina Olaro, and I'm thrilled to stand before you today as a candidate for the position of student trustee. As a level 5 student with a focus on workplace skills and having served as a student representative for the past year, well, that's the second year actually. I am deeply committed to make a positive impact in our student community. In the past year, I've had the privilege to serve as a student representative, as I just mentioned, where I've honed my skills in actively listening to any concerns that any of my student fellows had and working towards practical solutions together. My experience at the university has equipped me with valuable skills that I believe are crucial for effective leadership and representation. The passion on helping others, I've had it since I was a very young girl, where as well I was not sure if you call it still student representative, but I was the lead of the class back then, which that's how it shaped me on the person I am today. As I said, I have a genuine passion on helping others. It's not just a responsibility, I think, it's a calling. I believe that by working together, we can create an even better, a more supportive environmental, good environment for all us all. The key skills that well, when I was thinking, why am I fitted for this position? I realized that I have a few good skills that I might be able to implement. One of them being leadership. My experience has allowed me to develop leadership skills. I'm not just a leader, even in my work. I'm a leader who listens, who understands, and who wants a better change for the environment. Another one is the problem solving. I am proactive problem solver, and I don't just identify issues. I also actively seek solutions. So I think together we can turn challenges into opportunities here, and growth and also improvement. I also have vision for the role, and as a student trustee, I think you have to have a vision and collaboration and inclusive environment where you, as a student, feel supported, heard, and empowered. Together, I think we can implement those initiatives to enhance our academic experience and well-being.
Okay, thank you, Alina. I'll have to stop you there at the 3-minute mark. Okay. Thank you very much for that. Now, I've got a few questions for you. So the first question I've got you is, what skills and experience do you believe you can bring to the role?
What can I bring to the room? Well, by getting feedback from my fellow students, as I said, as it's the first time that I am actually being part of these sort of job roles and stuff. So, but gaining the feedback from all my students is that I am here to not only promote the academic studies and everything. We have all our amazing lecturers for this. But what I'm thinking is to also include some say activities like get-togethers with, getting to know everyone, because when it's everything too serious, then it gets boring and it's nothing excited to to continue to come to the university. Maybe to organize some get-togethers. I know you guys already do some, but maybe do that more frequently. And I love that the idea of what's our group president's name now? Tea or not sure. Yeah, to also carry on with helping students financially a bit. I like this idea with all these coffees, teas, cereal, breakfast bar, whatever we have. I think we should carry on with things like that, and maybe create also like a well-being area where students can sit there for their lunch and meditate a bit, to help them get together as well, and have like their own little space to create that for them. Not sure if that's something obviously we can do, and I'm not sure what the budget are for this, but I think that'll be really good. Yeah, to organize more events, like going out and to socialize more, to get to know, because all in Cardiff, all I'm saying in Cardiff, because that's where I am based in campus, all we know is just a few people that are in the class. We don't know any other people in Cardiff campus. So I would like to maybe organize like events or meetings where we can all get to know each other more and discuss if we have any problems and how we can overcome those, to create solutions. Different like engagement initiatives as well.
Great, thank you very much, Alina. So I've got a second question for you now, which is, what will you do to ensure that you can fulfil all of the requirements and commitments of being a student trustee?
As I said, I think I have the right skills for this. I've got all the visions for the roles, all the I have some engagement strategies that I can use. I've worked with people for most of my life. I'm a professional photographer as well, so for the past 16 years I worked with people, so I have vision. I know how to manage situation, and I think I am a good fit for the role. All these engagement strategies that I'm committed to, I am committed to be accessible and transparent with the students. So I think that's what the students like, to be friendly and to get to want to get to know them better, to see what they need, to see what they miss, in order to actually solve the problems and bring ideas to the table. Because sometimes I feel like they know, as I said, I know that there's many options over in campus, but I feel like they still don't know who to ask. I know that there's a student, they know about student union, but I think they need someone to come in the campus more often and to give them questions and see what they need and what would they want to change. So I think I would like to do that if I can.
Brilliant. Thank you. So my final question for you is, what are the challenges that you think the Students' Union might face in the coming years?
Maybe funding. I'm not sure. As I said, I'm new in the field, so I'm not sure what are the budgets for all of this. But it's also diverse student body, so it needs to have like different meetings of a diverse population with varied backgrounds, interests and concerns and challenges. So I think it might be difficult, but as I said, I think I have the skills to get close to a person and to make them be more open. What other ones? In this, I think it also includes the public perceptions, managing their perception of the students' union among those both students and the wider community, especially in the face of criticism, controversies, and once you feel more confident about what you're doing, then they'll be like, oh, what can she do, or what, all those things that might be in your head. But once you're confident, once you had some trainings and you know what you're doing, where the finances come from, what can you afford, what can you not, then that's why I think I'm gonna have issues, because at the moment, as I said, I'm not really sure how it works, but with your guidance, I think everything's gonna be okay. I trust you.
Great, thank you very much, Alina. So that brings us to the end of the questions for you. It's now your opportunity to give a 1-minute speech, and I will have to interrupt if you go over that. A 1-minute speech as a final message to our voters. Over to you.
What I think is that I'm gonna try to deserve your vote, and I am trying not to disappoint you, because I think my fellow students, they actually teach me, and by listening to them, I have this feeling in myself that I want to make a change, and I want to be there for you, and get to know each and everyone better, and see and solve every problem that you need, that you might have. So by voting me, I think is gonna be the right decision, and I'll be more than happy to assist you with anything. So I'm not sure. I think I covered most of the things about the skills, and hopefully that convinced you guys with what I can bring to the table. But other than that, I'm so motivated on taking this job role. Then
gonna have to stop you there, Alina. Thank you very much.
Stop me.
Cheers. Thank you very much. So just a reminder that was Alina Orolu, the candidate for student trustee position. So thank you very much for those. Okay, right. We will just in our recording here, we will take a quick break just to do some sound checking for our group president candidates. Before I go, though, I'd just like to remind everyone, of course, that you can watch the question time events for all the different positions on the Student Union website. That's where you can find the other roles that are available to you. Today, we just heard from Union Chairperson and Student Trustee candidates and the reminder that our candidates for Union Trustee is Arpu Kumar, Andrea open nominations, and for Student Trustee is Alina Orolu. Voting will be open for these positions at 10 o'clock on Monday. That's Monday the 4th at 10 o'clock, and will close on Thursday the 7th at 3 o'clock. If you do have any questions, please do get in touch with us by email, and please do ensure you watch the other positions available. Best luck to all of the candidates. Hello, everybody. Welcome to question time for the 2024 spring elections. This is our final question time event for the week, and it's an opportunity for you as as voters to hear a little bit more about the people going for the role of group president. This is your chance to hear more about what they stand for and what they might do in office, as well as them telling you a little bit more about themselves. We've hosted a candidate question time for all the available positions, and all candidates have been invited to attend these events when they've taken place. You can find recordings of all the other sessions on the Student Union website if you seek it on the same blog. I'm the host for today. My name is Ewan Morrison. I'm the Student Voice and Advocacy Manager here at UWTSDSU and the Assistant to the Deputy Returning Officer for the purposes of this election. The format for this role will be that each candidate will be invited to make a 3-minute speech followed by 3 questions and then a 1-minute closing speech. The order candidates will speak was decided earlier and will rotate after each section that takes place. All confirmed candidates were invited to this session. Before we begin, though, we'd like to remind everyone of who the candidates are in this election. So for Group President, there is Ayomide Adesina, Mehran Pouzes Azar, Masuma Begum, Gifty Owusu Birago, Nuria Carvalho, Maria Dinu, Bogdan Dragic, Zahid Hussain, Ramon Leopold, Billy Payne, Jonathan Sander, Sahil Sharma, Sher Sattar. Okay. Those are your candidates for Group President. We will start with the candidates, the 3-minute speeches. The first we will come to is Sahil. So Sahil, you will have 3 minutes to make your speech. So when you're ready, I will spotlight you. And
yeah, I'm ready.
You will be able to get going. So over to you, Sahil.
Okay, thank you for providing me this opportunity. And as we all gather today here, and I'm honored to address me as a candidate of candidate position for group president. And if I talk about group president, it's not only for the like name of fame, it's only for the services which we provide to the students. Mostly all so many students are coming all the way from other countries, from India, Nigeria, and few other countries where they are all an international student. They are not known to this community, like British community, and they are facing so many issues in communications, or whether they needed a financial support, or there are so many other things where they are facing so much issues. So in group president, they can have a one-on-one word with those students who are facing some issues. They are having a difficulty in understanding with the university courses, like the teachers are telling them and they are not able to understand, they can pass the remarks to me and I can communicate behalf of them, and we can help them to understand what they are having issues, whether they are having a financial issues, whether they are having a like issues with the study, whatever it is. Group presidents are there to help them. And plus, adding on the point, um, if we are if anyone from our group president, whoever are elected today, if they are getting selected for group president, they have to do everything for the students only, not for their sakes. I'm so sorry about that. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Sahil, for that. We're now going to hear from the 3-minute speech of Gifty. So, Gifty, I'll just spotlight yourself. So just give me 2 seconds here. And Gifty, when you're ready, if we could have your 3-minute speech.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Go for it.
Okay, so good afternoon, everyone, esteemed members of the committee. My name is Gifty Osubrago, and then I'm a student, a level 4 student of the University of Wales, Trinity St. David's, and then an aspirant for the position of the group president. Okay, so as we gather here today, I am reminded of the incredible potentials and strengths of the group, and then I'm very grateful that I'm being given the opportunity to be a candidate. Even if I lose, I know that I was given an opportunity. Being a student president or a group president, you don't serve for yourself. You serve for the student as a whole, and then the university as a whole. When I'm being given the opportunity, back in my country, in my senior secondary school, I've been a leader before. In a couple of times, I've been a leader before, and then I've got some little leadership skills that I know I could be able to be of help with in certain areas. So if I'm being given the opportunity, I'll make sure that I work hand in hand with the authorities of the university and then the student union as a whole to make sure that the needs and then wants of the students are being met. Yeah, to make the university a very comfortable place for everyone. Yeah, and then I also make sure that my brother Sahil said that we are all from different communities. Some are from Ghana. Me, for instance, I'm from Ghana. Some are from Nigeria, and then we all have different kind of cultures, especially in my country. We've got beautiful culture. So I've got in my head that if I'm being given the opportunity, I'm going to work with the student union as a whole. So we organize events for the student, like cultural events. There are lots of ways to go about it, but I'll make sure that it's being done to, spice up activities in the university. Yeah, and then there is a saying in my country, a proverb in my country that says that together we stand, divided we fall. Being a good president, you can't work alone. You need to work hand in hand with others, like the
Okay, Gifty, I'm going to have to stop you there. That's the end of the 3 minutes. Thank you very much. Okay, right. We're now going to move on to our next candidate. So that's Ayomide. So just bear in mind while I get you spotlighted. And now it is your opportunity to provide your 3-minute speech when you're ready.
All right. Can you hear me? That's good. Hello. I'm very honored to be with all of you here today. My name is Ayomide Adeshina, and the reason why I'm here today is due to me running as group president But the reason why I'm doing so is because I personally feel that most students struggle with the course. Because I feel that the teacher doesn't really, generally, want to check the drafts. I want to make it a mandatory action rather than optional, so the student can pass over to a higher grade. I believe that this would greatly improve the success rates of, most students that are struggling with the courses, and as well as the disabled students in the USC. As for my closing statements, I'd like to you to go and vote for me. Even if you don't want to go for me, at least appreciate if you could just pass my manifesto to all the presidents and such. That's my statement.
Brilliant. Thank you very much, Airi, for that. Okay, right. I think we will move now on to the questions. So we will be rotating in the same order, but with a different first person to answer the first question. So Gifty, you're going to be the first person to answer the first question we've got for you. So the first question that we have for you is, could you expand on your key objectives if in office and explain to students watching a little bit more about how you would be able to achieve this?
Can you please repeat the question?
No worries. Could you expand on your key objectives if you were elected into office and explain to students watching a little bit more about how you would be able to achieve this?
Okay. So first, I'm going to make sure to gather feedbacks and then work not on my own, but work with other student union group members. Yeah, and then promote culture. My main motive is to promote culture, promote the studying ability of students. Yeah, I think those two are my main point. And then how I'll be able to do that with the studying skills. I'm going to gather feedbacks from students. I'm going to work with the other staff members to create surveys. Surveys to gather information or gather feedbacks from students, just so as to know where it's going wrong to improve on that, being it the lecturers, being it the students, what they need to improve their learning skills, or what they need to, help them improve their learning skills. Yeah. And then with the promoting of culture, I've got my culture, and then I know that people, other staff members from the student union have also got their own cultures. So we are going to work hand in hand. Each person, we are going to sit down and then plan. Each person is going to talk about their culture, and then we know how we are going to go from there. Yeah.
Great, thank you very much. So the same question now for yourself, Ayomide. I'll just spotlight you, hang on.
Apologies, can you repeat the question, please?
The question is, could you expand on your key objective if elected into office and explain to students watching a little bit more about how you would be able to achieve this?
Okay. My key objective, in short, is to improve the success rates of students who are struggling in university with their courses. I believe that I will put this into action by making the teachers checking the students' draft work more mandatory action, such as the student has to send in the draft work to a teacher, and they both have to communicate with each other. That's a mandatory action, so I can improve the students' work rates. And I feel that if either of them don't do it, and I feel that both of them should be disciplined. I believe that this ensure should improve the students' work rate so they can pass over to a higher grade.
Great, thank you very much. So Sahil, you are the next candidate. So if you would be able to just provide your answer to that question, just quickly spotlight again. So if you would be able to let us know. So could you expand a little bit on your key objective if elected into office and explain to students watching a little bit about how you would be able to achieve this?
Okay. If I'm getting elected today or whenever the elections are there, first of all, I wanted to interact with all the students. Specifically, I have a live example in my current class where the students are from Gujarat and they're having very much difficulty understanding the finance, marketing, and marketing management classes, and they are very weak in communication skills currently, and they are feeling shy to ask Lizetta. Lizetta is our MBA process management, and she specifically came to our class and asked if anyone have any issues, they can directly come to me or they can drop an email. All the students who are coming from Indian background, who are very shy to communicate for themselves and help themselves. If I'm getting elected, not specific for Indian student, if it's from Nigeria, Ghana, and some other part of other countries also, they are also feeling shy and they are not able to communicate. They are not able to put their thoughts in front of the professors or the management. Like management are there to help them to understand them and to help them to make the assignments. Uh, Currently, there are so many students who came to me and asked me whether I can help them to make assignments or whether I can let them know what the teachers are teaching them currently in the class. Instead of doing that, I suggested them to drop an email to Lazetta. She can teach you English communication skills and she can improve your English communication skills. And if you need any help for the assignment also, she can help. So if I'm getting elected, I will educate everyone over there, whoever's who needed support for current course or for the marketing or whatever it is. I am there to help them and support them.
Great, thank you very much, Sahil. So we're going to move on to the next question. Ayomide, you'll be the first to answer this particular question. So the question we have for you on this occasion is, what skills or previous experience do you believe that will, what skills or previous experience do you have that you believe will make you a suitable candidate for the role?
Well, I've gained not just skills from training through a taster course regarding health and social care. I'm also doing a health and social care course in this university as of now. The skills that I've gotten from that taster course in this university, I would say would be good communication skills, motivation, and leadership, reliability and dependability, following instructions, teamwork, patience, and adaptability. I'll use those skills in order to help the students who struggle with the courses and whatnot. So I'll communicate with them and give them the advice so that they can improve with the work rates. But I also believe that's the plan of making the teacher checking the students' draft work more mandatory action rather than optional should massively help the students' success rate so they can pass the work to a higher grade, like I've said before.
Great, thank you very much. So the next person will be Sahil to answer. So Sahil, the same question to yourself. Could you tell us what skills or previous experience do you have that you believe will make you a suitable candidate for this role?
Okay. From the class 5th, I was always selected as a class leader. And throughout my graduation also, and with my Franklin Institute, I was always elected as a student representative, where I used to communicate behalf of other students to the teachers. And I have a 5 years experience, out of which 1 year as a team leader and trainer. I used to train so many other agents, the student, like clients. So I'm so sorry. I used to train other agents who are needed a training on specific software. I was working in the team like travel agency. I used to teach each and every modules of the travel, whether it's a GDS. Nowadays, if anyone wanted to work on GDS, is very difficult because there is no one GDS. There are several GDS platforms are there, like Amadeus is there, WorldSpan is there, Saver is there, and few others are there. I have that knowledge and I have that communication skills where I can clearly put my thoughts in other mind and I can let them know how they can work and how they can improve themselves. I have a training experience. I can train anyone. So if I'm getting elected, I for sure I will help each and every student.
Brilliant. Thank you very much, Sahil. Okay, so we'll move on to the final person to answer this question, which is yourself, Gifty. Same question as previously. What skills or previous experience do you believe that you have that will make you a suitable candidate for the role?
Okay. So as I already mentioned in my opening speech, back home, in my secondary school, back in my junior high school, let's say my high school, I was a course rep. Yeah, I had been a course rep for like continuous of 4 years. And then when I went to the secondary school, I was elected as the compound overseer. I was in charge of the school's sanitation. Yeah, so I've got a little bit of leadership skills, and then I'm still learning. So I believe that when I'm given the opportunity, with the little I have and the ones that I'm learning, I'll be able to help other students. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much. So we've now got a final question to ask. So this one, Sahil, you'll be starting first to answer this question. So the question I have for you is, UWTSD has campuses all across England and Wales. Depending on the campus, students can have a very different student experience. What are your views on this, and how would you ensure that you work with students on all campuses?
Okay. It's if I'm getting elected, it will be very difficult for me to look after all university at the same point of time. So if I'm getting elected, my specific email ID will be generated, which will be distributed all over the campuses. If any student have any issues regarding anything, they can drop me a message. Whenever I'm getting a time, I will look after that email, and for sure I will visit that specific university and I will look after that specific case by my own. And if I talk about, there are several university all over Wales and like London campuses and so many other Manchester and so many other places. Wales University is there, and all students having a different thoughts. And mostly, if I check, mostly Indian students are there in all the UWTSD university, and then Nigerian and then Ghana students. So if I'm getting elected, uh, for sure, I will do my best for understanding them, and I will try my best to help them out. I'm so sorry. Thank you.
Thank you, Sahil. So Gifty, you're up next. I'm just going to repeat the question for you. So the question is, again, that UWTSD has multiple sites across England and Wales, multiple campuses across England and Wales. Depending on the campus, students can have a very different student experience. What are your views on this, and how would you ensure that you work with students on all campuses? Oh, you're on mute, Gifty.
Oh, so sorry. Yeah. So being a leader, one of your leadership skills is to be tolerant. Even on the campuses that we are based, we are all from different places. Everyone is going to share his or her own point of view on issues or matters arising. You need to be tolerant. Whatever anyone tells you is correct. You don't need to say, no, you are wrong. You need to tolerate each and everyone. I understand that with this role, you're going to be traveling across all campuses. And then since you've not been there, you would need to first get there and then look at how the environment is, how things are done there, and then you also know how to go about things there. But what I can say is that I need to be tolerant to be able to oppose everyone. I need to be tolerant, to be able to take everyone's point of view, point of view on everything or matters that arise. Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, so the next up to answer this question is yourself, Ayomide. So again, I will just spotlight you and repeat the question for you. So the question again is, UWCSD has campuses all across England and Wales. Depending on the campus, students can have very different student experience. What are your views on this, and how would you ensure that you work with students on all campuses?
Well, I'll give you two answers for that, actually. The first one is that I would use I would simply just use the ability of online devices such as a computer or laptop, and I would ask the campuses to project my screen onto a projector or whatnot, and then I'll speak to the student that way. So I believe that they can contact me online, and that way I'll be available at any time and anywhere. The second option is that if it comes to it, I believe I'll be able to just visit the campuses if they need me to.
Great. Thank you very much, Ayomide, there. Okay, do we have, I think we've got another candidate who's just joined us, if they're ready.
Hi there, Johan. Hi, everyone.
Hi, Abdul. Thank you for joining us. So you've got, if you could turn your camera on, we'll just ask you that final question that the candidates just answered themselves. So if you could just pop your camera on and we'll just record this answer.
I am at work, actually. Is it okay if I just keep my camera off? If that's okay.
Okay, right. Just so you're aware that, just so you're aware, you won't appear on the recording. But to ask your question, if you could answer this, please. UWTSD has campuses all across England and Wales. Depending on the campus, students can have very different student experiences. What are your views on this, and how would you ensure that you work with students on all campuses?
Yeah, thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to answer the question. Yes, as a group president of the whole campuses, all campuses, if I was selected or elected, I will be liaising with all the campus presidents and all the voluntary workers over there to get all the up-to-date and fresh informations and see how where the presidents are going to be needed to help and assess the issues. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, so that brings it to the end of the questions that we have for each of the candidates. So we will now go back to the we'll move to the final part of the session, which is your 1-minute closing speech to voters. So we will be asking that in a different order we'll be rotating again. So Sahil, you will be the first. Chair, you will be the first person, followed by Sahil, Gifty, and then Ayomide for our closing speeches. So Chair, you have a 1-minute speech to close on.
Thank you very much. I was hoping to be the last one, but thank you anyway. As a closing speech, all I would say is, like, if I was selected by the voters to represent them, I will be working with the university and the sort of outside world, which would sort of like liaise together. Especially, I want to concentrate on after graduation kind of thing. So when students are studying, after study, they need some kind of security that they got either a job or an entrepreneur. If they have an entrepreneurship, they have some kind of support to go and open up their own business or something of that sort. So I would probably work on those issues with the students and the universities and outside workforces, either on a monthly basis or something like that, according to the meetings that we have with other campus presidents, and see which is going to be feasible for the students and the university. Yeah, and that's all I would really say at the moment. I'd like to get your support to work on those issues.
Great.
And
thank you very much
for the opportunity.
Okay, we'll now move on to Sahil. So Sahil, I'll just spotlight you there. And Sahil, if you'd like to give your 1 minute closing speech.
Okay, thank you for opportunity again. And group president role is not about just leadership, it about service, advocacy, and empowerment. To this group president role, we can empower all the students across the Wales campuses. And if I'm getting selected, for sure I will help each and every student to empower themselves if they needed any help, and they can speak of for their own. And in conclusion, I humbly ask for your support and trust for this group president role. Together, we can create a vibrant, dynamic, and inclusive student community where every voice is valued and every student can be uh, thankful. Thank you. Thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you very much, Sahil. So the next up to give the closing speech will be Gifty. So Gifty, just let me spotlight you, and when you're ready, you may begin your 1 minute closing speech.
Okay, so I believe that together we have the potentials to achieve great things or impact good things to the university. So if I'm being voted for, I'm going to work hand in hand with the authorities, the upper hand, and then the student union, and then the students as a whole to impact. I know a lot of good things are being impacted, but I'm going to make sure that additional ones are being added to make the university a very good place for everyone to be. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Gifty, for that. And we'll move on to our final closing speech of the session. So Ayomide, over to you. When you're ready, you can deliver your 1 minute closing speech.
Oh, sorry, excuse me, my mother's in the crowd.
Yeah.
I'll start. If I'm elected for the students' group presidents, what I would mainly source for is the improvements of teacher and student relationships, as well as those who are suffering from low health, also as well as the students who are suffering from low mental health. I would mostly do this, again, as I said before, by making a mandatory action for the teacher to check the students' draft work and communicate with them as much as possible so that they can get a satisfactory grade. As well as for those who have low mental health, I would set up a sort of group meeting such as we're having now with other people like themselves, so they can make a good social group and communicate with each other. That's it.
Brilliant. Thank you very much, Ayomide, for that. Okay, so that brings us to the end. That's brings us to the end of the session for us. So just to say again, a massive thank you for all of our candidates for their contributions there. That was very, it was really great to hear from everybody speaking there. So Thank you, everybody. We've got an additional candidate question time for you here. Maria, unfortunately, there were some technical issues, so Maria wasn't able to join with the call despite our best efforts to get her reconnected. She wasn't able to join with the other candidates, so we've met up just afterwards, shortly after the first candidate question time with the group president candidates took place, to just have one here now for us, so you guys as voters can hear from her. I won't go over my introduction again, but I will just remind you, everyone, of all the candidates in the election. So for Group President, we have Ayomide Adesina, Mehran Pouzes Azar, Masuma Begum, Gifty Owusu Virago, Nuria Carvalho, Maria Dinu, Bogdan Dragic, Zahid Hussain, Ramon Leopold, Billy Payne, Jonathan Sander, Sahil Sharma, Sher M. Sathar, and reopen nominations. Okay, so just a reminder, Maria is one of your group president candidates, and I'm going to hand over to her now to begin her 3-minute speech to you. So Maria, when you're ready, your 3-minute speech may begin.
Okay. So as a candidate for the position of Student Union President, I'm deeply committed to fostering a strong sense of unity across our diverse campuses, especially in Cardiff, Birmingham, and London. So my vision for Student Union is rooted in principles of inclusivity, empowerment, and effective communication. To achieve this, I'll initiate a series of dynamic cross-campus events and activities aimed at celebrating our rich cultural diversity and fostering collaboration among students from all backgrounds. These events will serve as platforms for meaningful interaction, breaking down barriers and nurturing a stronger sense of community. Furthermore, I'll advocate for equal access to resources and support services across all campuses, ensuring that every student has the necessary tools to thrive both academically and personally. In addition, I'm committed to amplifying student voices by establishing robust channels for feedback and actively involving students in decision-making processes. Transparent and accountable leadership is paramount, and I pledge to be a steadfast advocate for the concerns and aspirations of our entire student body. Finally, I will forge strategic partnerships with local organizations and businesses to provide valuable to provide valuable opportunities for internships, networking, and career development, thus empowering students across all campuses to realize their full potential. Together, let us create a student union that not only empowers and connects, but also fiercely represents every student. Together, let us create a student union that not only empowers and connects, but also fiercely represents every student, irrespective of their campus location. I urge you to vote for unity, vote for progress, and most importantly, vote for me as your student group president. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Maria. Okay, so now we've got 3 questions for you, and just for the viewers at home, Maria has not seen these questions in advance of them being asked. So the first question I've got for you is, could you expand on your key objectives if elected into office and explain to students watching a little bit more about how you would aim to achieve this, or how you'd be able to achieve this, sorry?
My main objectives are, my main objectives are advocacy and empowerment. These are the ones that I focus most on because this is what I have the most experience in. I've been a student rep for the past year, and this is what I have done and for students. And I've always, when there was a need for that for a certain issue to be brought up to members of staff or to the committee, I made sure to speak to the students in the group that I was representing, and bring up their concerns, and also to advocate for changes that they wanted to be made. So, for instance, last year there were train strikes and in that week, I remember I wrote an email and I forwarded it to the program manager and all of our lecturers, as well as to the academic director. And I have also added a few of the students who wanted to be added into the email, and I wrote it, and I just say. I was expressing how it is very stressful for students because unauthorized absences were the main cause for concern, and I did explain that all students are distressed by this. They're worried about their attendance. And I think that other student reps have done this, and the end result was that the university was actually they've made a decision to close campus during strikes. So yes, one of my pledges is advocacy. So I do believe that all students' voices have to be heard, and it's important that to that for me, it's one of my principles that as a president, and not only as a president, but also in my current role as student rep, I must represent the students, and act in the best benefit of the majority. I also believe it's crucial to empower students, so the students are active participants in their in decision making and their educational journey. Because for instance, the best example I can give you is a while ago, I've had a student coming up to me, and this student was very distressed about a Viva process. And I have helped the student with contacting the right department. And this student didn't feel that they were being included they didn't know the process. So I have helped her get in contact with London Assessments, and then this student was eventually able to solve this. But this is an issue that I have seen with a lot of other students who feel like they're not actively participating in decision making, and this is affecting their academic journey because it's making their academic experience and the experience of student life in general to be not as good as it could potentially be. And lastly, I am committed to promoting the fostering of vibrant and inclusive campuses. So this means that no matter which campus, whether it's London or Lampeter, I am committed to promoting inclusivity and diversity. So for instance, another example that I can give is last year, I noticed that there was no place for Muslim students to pray. So I spoke to the facilities manager, the campus manager, and we've eventually came to a conclusion that a good student for the students to pray. A good place for the students to pray would be in the conf room. So they've added prayer mats in the conf room, and not the conf room, the study hub, which is WH10. And now Muslim students are able to come to WH10 and do their prayer in here. And I just believe that because University of Wales Training St David it's an ever-growing organization, so we need to be able to adhere to the diversity of students. Because we've got a lot of different students from a lot of different cultures, and I just believe that it's important that they feel included and that they feel accepted, that they feel, you know, like they have a sense of belonging on this campus, and yeah, for me, it's always been important, because this has always been one of my principles. Because growing up as an immigrant, I know what it feels like to feel like you don't belong somewhere, or to be in a school or an educational place and just feel like these students are not really accepting me because my heritage and upbringing was different from theirs. So that's why this is a principle for me. It's important that you know, we have an inclusive campus, and the events or fairs or any other programs or trainings organized on the campus are facilitating the majority of students. So, for example, this can range from access to the events or training. So, for example, ensure that students with mobility issues have they are able to attend this event to dietary restrictions. So, for instance, students who are vegan or vegetarian have an option if the university is catering. So this is what I mean by inclusivity. I These are some of the things that I aim to promote.
Thank you very much. So the next question I have for you is, what skills or previous experience do you have that you believe will make you a suitable candidate for the role?
So as I previously mentioned, I've been a student representative for the past year. So I started my position back in February 2023, and now in March 2024, I'm still a student representative. And I believe that right now I am very confident in what I do, and I have a range of skills that help me in this position. Uh, a few of those skills are emotional intelligence. So I can understand and predict how what a student is going through, or I can easily understand the emotion their student is feeling based on the way that they react. So let's say their body language. And if a student doesn't like something and I see them, or I can see that they're upset, I would be able to tell. Also, another two other skills that I believe go hand in hand in this position is I'm able to I can teamwork. I can work in a team, and I also have this and I also have a leadership skill, which basically which is what has helped me to be a competent student rep, because in order to be able to um, advocate for the students, I need to be able to understand the students and work together with the students, because only in that way I can work out the way in which I can help them and in which I can represent them.
Thank you very much. My third and final question for you is, UWTSD has campuses all across England and Wales. Depending on the campus, students can have very different student experiences. What are your views on this, and how would you ensure you work with students on all campuses?
Sorry, could you repeat, please?
Yeah, no worries. UWTSD has campuses all across England and Wales. Depending on the campus, students can have very different student experiences. What are your views on this, and how would you ensure that you work with students on all campuses?
So my my views on this are this is what I was saying earlier about inclusivity. So of course, everyone is going to have different experiences, and they will have different views based on those experiences. And I believe that every student should be able to express their views. And in the case that their views sometimes happen to be offending, or for instance, other students might be affected negatively by what just one student has said. I think that it's important to be able to remain calm in that situation and talk to the student, find out their side of the story, find out the other student's side, and try to resolve it in that way. So what I'm trying to say is it's important to listen to the views of all students, and there are thousands of students, which is why what I'm saying might sound unrealistic. But the ways, the methods that I would implement in order to be able to actually make changes during my presidency, hypothetical, is moving forward. When it comes to decision making, I would create polls and go with the majority. I'm not sure if that answered your question properly, but I hope I've touched base on everything that you've asked.
No, thank you, Maria, for that. Okay, so that's it for the questions I have for you. It's now time for your 1 minute closing speech. So over to you for your 1 minute closing speech and your final message to voters.
So thank you for your attention and for your consideration. Together we have the power to shape the future of our student union and create a more inclusive and vibrant community for all. As your potential group president, I'm dedicated to serving each and every one of you with integrity, passion, and unwavering commitment. Remember, our strength lies in our unity, and together we can achieve great things. So let's join hands, stand together, and make our collective vision a reality. Thank you, and let's make our voices heard at the polls. For progress, vote for unity, vote for me, Maria Dinu. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Sorry, there's something wrong with my screen.
Yeah, thank you very
so
much,
for
Maria.
giving me this opportunity once again. Thank you.
Brilliant. Thank you very much, Maria. So just a reminder for those watching at home, that was Maria Dinu, candidate for Group President, and the other candidates in this election are Ayomide Adesina, Mehran Pouzes Azar, Masuma Begum, Gifty Owusu Birago, Nuria Carvalho, Maria Dinu, Bogdan Dragic, Zahid Hussain, Ramon Leopold, Billy Payne, Jonathan Sander, Sahil Sharma, Sher M. Sattar, and reopen nominations. Again, voting will be opening at 10 o'clock on Monday. That's Monday the 4th at 10 o'clock, and will close on Thursday the 7th at 3 o'clock. You can read everyone's manifesto and watch the other candidate question times on the same page that you are currently watching this video. And if you've got any questions, please do not hesitate to contact us, elections@uwtst.ac.uk. But that's it for now. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for watching the video, and best of luck to all of our candidates.
Thanks, everyone.
Cool. And